G'day, I'm an F1 photographer and I go to all races, and trust me, I see some stunning watches in the paddock. In this video, I'm going to run through my top 10 for season 2023. At number 10, I'm going to go with this, an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore 43, 18 karat white gold dial with a black rubber strap. And I found this on a very stylishly dressed woman in the Zandvoort paddock in the Netherlands. Have a close look at this though, 420 odd diamonds in this, a white gold case, alligator skin band, priced second hand around US $180,000. And all of the pricing in this video will be in US dollars. Was the time set correctly? Yes. And what about the date? Yes. And I can tell you that is a rarity. Trust me. At number 9, this Patek Philippe Nautilus with blue dial moon phase. New, you'll pay probably around $50,000. But you can't just walk into a store and buy one of these. You need to be on a list, you need to be known to the jeweler, and you'll probably wait years rather than months. That's the case with a number of watches you'll see here. You need to have developed a relationship with the distributor because these are so highly prized and often trade at a premium. So if you bought one of these at $50,000, what might you get for it second hand in good condition? Probably double, $100,000 US dollars. And what watch brands don't want is people buying their watches at an authorised dealer and walking out of that store flipping it for a king-size profit. The time on this one? Correct. Date? Wrong. And I shot this watch at Monza for the Italian Grand Prix in 2023. A lot of these watches you're seeing here today will be worth well over $100,000. So how safe is it wearing them in the paddock at an F1 race? Well, in the paddock, there's exceptional security. There are cameras everywhere, you need to swipe in and out, and most passes are linked with a photo of the person using them. And security can pretty much see everyone who comes and goes. However, outside the track, completely different issue. And in some countries like Mexico and Brazil, you'd want some pretty good security if you're wearing a $100,000 plus watch outside a secure area like the paddock. At number 8, another Audemars Piguet, this time the Royal Oak Perpetual open worked in black ceramic. This one was being worn by a rather larger-than-life character, DJ Khaled, at the Miami Grand Prix. This has a 41mm face, around a centimetre thick, black ceramic with titanium caseback, and it has a brushed black ceramic bracelet. Sells for $151,000 thereabouts. Resale $200,000 to $270,000. And time and date? Neither. Correct. So clearly DJ Khaled wasn't wearing this to tell the time, he was wearing it as a fashion statement. And often that is what we see in the paddock, watches not set to the right time, just simply stuck on wrists to impress others. At number 7, an IWC Portugieser Tourbillon retrograde chronograph Lewis Hamilton. This is a collaboration watch between Lewis and IWC, which is a long-time Mercedes sponsor, and this is the third such collaboration that Lewis has done with the watch company. And there were only 44 of these made. And where did I spot this? On his wrist in the media pen at the Japanese Grand Prix. And it struck me there as an impressive looking watch. This has a 43.5mm face and is thick. It's the thickest of all the watches, just shy of 16mm. It's made from 950 titanium. It has 12 small diamonds that mark the hours, has a retrograde date display, a stopwatch for timing Lewis Hamilton laps, and it features his logo on the face. And if you turn it over, you can see the workings of the watch, plus what number of 44 your watch is. And the retail price for this watch? $175,000 US dollars. And was the time right? No. And neither was the date. And that often happens, probably because PR people have these watches. The driver arrives at the track, PR person races out and says, put this on. It hasn't been wound, it hasn't been set. So the driver's wandering around with his watch on, not to tell the time, but purely to appease a sponsor. At number 6 is the first of 3 Rolexes in this top 10. This is the Eye of the Tiger Daytona. I saw this watch on somebody's wrist in Barcelona. I've not seen another one since, and I can't remember seeing one prior. 40mm thick, yellow gold, rubber strap, retails for around $90,000. Resale, $200,000 upwards. And, unlike most of the watches here, the time was correct. At number 5, another Patek Philippe Nautilus. This was the blingiest watch I spotted all year, and it was being worn by Colombian singer J Balvin. I shot him at 2 races, the other one being Miami from memory, but this watch was an absolute blinder. 40mm face, white gold. I've never seen a watch with more diamonds on it than this one. Some 255 on the face, 100 on the case, and 32 baguettes. The bracelet features 803 diamonds and 150 baguettes, and 3 baguette diamonds are on the face for the 12, 6, and 9-hour markers. If you go to Chrono24, you'll find this for sale anywhere from $500,000 to $840,000. Was the time set correctly? No. The date? Nope. And I'll take a punt and say he had plenty of security with him on that day, because Mexico City is not the sort of place you'd want to be wandering around in public with a watch worth nearly $1 million. Oh, and a reminder, my best of 2023 photo book is available now at kimelman.com. I'll send it to almost any country. Hardcover, hard pages, sensational book. Next up, at number 4, this Richard Mille Tourbillon Pharrell Williams limited edition collaboration watch. This is made from grade 5 titanium with 4 inlaid diamonds and 2 black sapphires at 10 and 2. It has a see-through back. It's probably the most original watch that I saw this year. Some of the middle section is actually hand-painted and is quite a spectacular piece of timekeeping. How many are there? Just 30. And the price? $31,000 shy of $1 million. And yes, the time was not correct. My third favourite watch this year was a very rare Rolex Daytona Le Mans. I was actually tipped off about this by a friend of mine who works for F1 Experiences. He said, "You got to go see Mark Webber's watch. He's got the Le Mans Daytona." And just by pure luck, I was having dinner out the back of the McLaren Hospitality Suite, and out walks Oscar Piastri with his manager Mark Webber and his trainer Kim Keedle. And I said, "Mark, can I get a picture of that for my watches of the Paddock post," which is 10 watches featured in a gallery of pics after every race on my Instagram channel. I do watches, I do shoes, I do women, men, and even handbags of the Paddock. What's special about this watch? Well, it's got a 40mm face, white gold case and bracelet, and it has a see-through back. It was named after the Le Mans 24-hour race, which takes place in France, but the chances of you or I seeing one are rare, and of being able to buy one, almost impossible. There are so few of them available, and while the retail price is around $50,000, forget being able to buy a second-hand one for that. You'll be paying $200,000 to $400,000. And once again, if a dealer sells you one of those watches at retail and they find out that you've gone and flipped it for a huge profit, you will not be getting another one typically. And thankfully, Mark had it on the right time. At number 2 is this Patek Philippe Sky Moon Celestial. Now, I'd read about this watch but never seen one, so I was quite excited when I spotted it on the wrist of a Qatari gentleman at the Qatar GP. This is rose gold, has a sapphire crystal caseback, water resistant to 30 metres, case diameter 44mm, so it's a big watch. It's just under 11mm thick, and it sells for $330,000 second hand. But just looking at the face, it really stands out with its unique celestial background. Was the time right? No. Was the date right? Nope. But it was my second favourite watch of the year. And now to my favourite, and this may come as a surprise because it is actually the cheapest watch of the 10 that I've selected today. It is a Rolex Oyster Perpetual 41. Why? It's because of this Tiffany blue 41mm face, almost impossible to find. It's a stainless steel Rolex, and because it was one of the most affordable Rolex watches, and so simple and stylish, that there was huge demand for the entire range. But this Tiffany blue face was by far and away the most popular option. This watch retails for around $8,000, but if you manage to pick one up from an authorised dealer at retail price, you can walk out having made an instant $10,000 profit, because the moment you walk out of the store with this, your $8,000 watch goes to $18,000. That's right, you've made $10,000 or more than 100% for simply being lucky enough to find one in a dealer's showroom. And if you happen to see someone with this watch on, they'll have a story about how they got it. And in this instance, the time was correct. There you have my top 10 watches from season 2023. I trust you've enjoyed it, and if you have, you'll do me a favour of pressing the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and become a member for a whole host of extras. Oh, and see all of this stuff here? All worth having a look at. Huh? What am I wearing? Well, back in Perth, I'm here at the Crown Casino, and behind me is a Rolex store, and I thought, Let me take you inside and show you something. The interesting thing with buying a watch here at Kennedy's, they ring you and say, hey, do you want this? And you go, yes. They say, right, come in and pay. It'll be here any time in the next 90 or 100 days. And if it doesn't arrive, you get your money back. But thankfully mine's arrived and I'll come here to pick it up. So which model is it? Well, 20 minutes later and I'm walking out with a Yachtmaster. And is it the first watch I bought from them? No. I have bought 3 now in total in order to get the really good stuff. And I've already got 1 Daytona, which is quite hard to get. You need to be a regular spender with them. So I can't wait to see what I'm next offered. Thanks for watching.
And stay passionate.